Good morning everybody, it's Andrew here from Hobbies Australia and welcome to this week's edition of Show Us Your Kits here at Hobbies Australia. This morning we're going to have a look at a brand new brand, yes, another one, that we've just brought into the warehouse within the last 48 hours, and that brand is Border Models. Now, not only have we got the kits, but we've also invested in the tools and accessories that Border Model produce to fill and complement some of the, to fill some of the gaps in our tool range and to complement our existing tool range. So we've got scrapers, we've got cutting implements, we've got sanding sticks, etc, etc. We're going to have a look at a couple of those in a minute, but there's some really nice product in this shipment from Border Models. One of the first items that caught my eye and is new to us here at Hobbies Australia is a liquid masking pen. Now, liquid mask has been around for some time, obviously in different formats, but we've been able to secure from Border Models the masking pens. Now, they come in 4 different colours, and the good thing about a liquid masking pen is that you've got so much control over it because it's in the pen format. You know where it's going, even pressure to apply the product, and away you go from there. Comes in 4 different colours, so this allows the modeller to see where he or she has applied the mask, and again in that pen format. Really handy, super simple to use, and a really good item. The next item that caught my eye in this shipment from Border Models was this little thing. Replacement handicraft saw. Attractive packaging. We open it up and what we've got in there is an anodised aluminium handle. Okay, little grub screw in there. You get an Allen key so you can tighten and loosen off the scrub screw, and then you have a different number of cutting blades that you can attach to the product, secure them, and away you go. I haven't seen that type of grub screw arrangement since Mission Models brought out their panel line scrapers or seam enhancers, must be 15 years ago or so, but it's a nice little tool, a multi-purpose tool, attractively boxed, 4 options in one, and I think that'll find its way onto a lot of tool benches once this product starts getting out to stores. Next thing that I really thought was a standout in the range of tools from Border Models was their camo cutting masks. Now, these are aimed at 1/35 armour, okay? They're a stainless steel template which you lay your tape down on, and then using the pre-cut guide, you then trace through that with your fine point knife and you make your own masks. Now, there's 2 sheets there, okay? And the range or the period of time covered by these templates is from World War I up to current. So this particular one I've got here has stripe camouflage, NATO 3-tone camouflage, and PLA digital camouflage. And really nicely done. Simple, lots and lots of options. It's very much a one-off investment that you know, something like this made out of stainless steel, that's going to last forever and a day. That digital camouflage, that is notoriously tricky to mask and to paint. So a tool like this is going to make the hobbyist's life that little bit easier. The last tool that I would like to showcase this morning from Border Models is the leaf maker. Okay, so have a look here on the top. We'll see there's 4 different leaf patterns. This is die-cast metal, punch, spring-loaded. You know, you've probably seen things like this used for card making, for paper punching, that sort of stuff. It's exactly what it is, it's a paper punch. So as you can see there, we've got that little slot. I'm going to put paper in there, and then we're just going to push that through. And after I drop them on the ground and then pick them up, we'll find that we have 4 neatly punched leaves. Okay, so this is great for diorama options. The other thing I did on my way into work, and the boys thought I was doing some gardening out the front, was that I actually grabbed a couple of leaves just off one of the garden beds, and then I punched the hole through it. Now, the reason why I wanted to do it with a leaf is because being a natural product, I'll hold that up against there, you might be able to see the outline a little bit better. What that then allows me to do as a hobbyist is I can get a handful of leaves, spend 10 minutes at the bench punching out these leaves, and then I can let them dry naturally. So we'll get that natural curl of a leaf that happens in nature. Plus, you've got all those various tones that occur in nature that you could try and match them with by painting the paper or using coloured paper or cardboard, but just letting it do naturally takes a little bit of fuss and bother out of everything. Put it down onto your diorama, maybe some semi-clear or some matte clear to lock it all down and then to seal the product, and really, really nice. We don't have anything else like that in our range here at Hobbies Australia, but we've covered that gap now, and that's a tool that's going to be, as with all these products, rolling out into stores within the next 7 to 10 days. So what I've got here is just 4 kits from the range of border models that really appeal to me. The Crusader Mark III. Now I can remember building this as a young guy, and that was in Airfix, the 1/32 scale. We haven't seen a mainstream Crusader. Italeri brought out one recently, but the difference between the border model and the Italeri is really chalk and cheese. Very nice. Why I like the Crusader is that there were a number of Crusaders handed to the 9th Division Cavalry of the 2nd AIF in North Africa by British forces, and our guys operated these for a period of time. Next model that really stood out to me, and I really do like Russian T-34s, the T-34-76 and the T-34-85, really, really nice tanks. But what's here is a T-34-76 with World War II spaced armour. Now this was a process that the Russians went through in 42, 43. They made a number of these with spaced armour. So this is, I guess, where space armour started, which we now see on just about every main battle tank worldwide. This is where it started back during the Second World War. The T-34-76 by border model, turn metal barrel, metal springs for the articulated suspension, individual link and length tracks, really, really nicely done. The next one that really stood out to me was the Leopard 2. Okay, markings included for Polish, Canadian and German forces. But what I really, really was impressed with this when I opened the box to have a look was the detail on the turret. Weld lines, seam lines, textured finish, really, really nice. Now Ryan will get some close-up pictures of that. If we look here in the box, notice those boxes, they're chock-a-block full of parts. The instructions are easy to use, they're definitely user-friendly. Very, very nice model. But the real kit, the real hero of this shipment that I wanted to showcase this morning was the ME-109. Now, ME-109s have been around for many, many years in various scales and formats, but what we have here from the people at Border Models is a 1/35th ME-109. So this allows an armour modeler to build an aircraft and put it into a diorama scene with a Kübelwagen or an Opel Blitz or a light armoured vehicle, and you can get all that happening, tie in the scale, really nicely done. Box art is very attractive, it's clean. If we look around the side there, got the marking options, pardon me, showing you some of the options that are there. What they do is there are 3 different options of figures. Now you don't know what one you're going to get in the box, and we'll open that up when we see this, you'll understand why. Photo etch fret, away we go from there. So opening up the box, and as you can see, chock-a-block, chock-a-block. First thing that stands out to me is this gold box, gold bag. I tear that open, I open it up, and this is the figure that I'm getting. So it can be a pilot standing outside the aircraft, it can be a seated pilot with high altitude oxygen mask on, or it's the other option is a seated pilot of Eric Hartmann. This is the standing figure. Nicely done in resin. It's clear, it's crisp, it's really, really good. This kit is going to be retailing for just on $100, 1/35th Border Models ME-109. Ryan will get some really closer detail photos of these figures, but you know, there it is there. Resin, no flash, well rendered, very nicely done. Kudos to the people at Border. There are 7 marking options on this kit, 6 for the Luftwaffe, and the 7th version is for a Finnish aircraft. Now, looking here at the instructions, we've got the sprue layout. We can see assembly is very straightforward. There's nothing untoward there. There's nothing really that's going to throw people out. The one thing possibly, and where you'll need to do your research, is there are no paint call-outs during construction, okay? Border have left that to the modeller to determine what he or she wants to do in regards to interior colours, etc., but they do a very, very comprehensive job on the external paint scheme and markings. There are various munitions options on here, whether or not you want to fit it with external underwing guns or rocket pods. Again, that's going to be a matter for the modeller to decide what your preference is, but you know, very, very straightforward. Looking at the parts, and we'll have a look at that shortly, you know, they're clean, they're crisp, there's nothing there that's really going to throw you. The people at Border Models have done a very, very nice job. 27 steps in the construction process, and none of which should be terribly onerous. When we look at the parts here, and we'll get some individual close-ups, crisp, clean, attachment points, nothing tricky really. Lots and lots of big clear transparencies, crystal clear, which is really nice to see. When we look at panel lines and rivet detail on both the wings, top and bottom, and of course on the fuselage, very, very nicely done. You know, I believe they've got their scale right. That's my personal opinion. I think this is going to be a very, very nice kit, and hopefully with what's happening at the moment with COVID, you know, QMHE will still go ahead. Shows in Victoria, shows in Sydney will hopefully still go ahead, but obviously we have to take that on a day-by-day basis. But it'll be really nice to see some of these types of models from Border Model and some of the other brands that we've been bringing in appearing on modelling tables at shows across the nation. So we'll get some more details on these. We'll put these pictures up. As I said, that stock is in our warehouse now. Be shipping over the next 7 to 10 days, and you'll be able to access this product in hobby stores and through online platforms Australia-wide. Okay, so that's all we've got today. Until next time we get a chance to catch up. When we do that, we're going to have a look at some product from Academy. We're going to look at some of the working models that Academy do, so the Da Vinci range of models. We're also going to have a look at some of their STEM models, which, you know, with everyone, or you know, half the population, it seems, almost constantly in lockdown, this will give people some ideas on some different sorts of models that you might like to try. So until next time we get to catch up, stay safe in this crazy world. Look after yourselves. Hopefully we'll get to chat soon, either via phone or email. But until next time we catch up, build more kits, and thanks very much for your time. Have a wonderful day.